Is it worth the hype? I will say it is. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shindacia, and if you are new here, I hope you stay and enjoy and have some fun in my feminine world with our feminine sisters. I am here to discuss and dive into the enchanted, beautiful, elegant world of the Fleur Majesty Rose Royale by Kayali. If you follow me on Instagram and on TikTok as well, I already did kind of like an initial review because that's normally where I do my reviews for fragrances. It's usually on Instagram and on TikTok, and then here on YouTube I'll probably just talk about some of my favorites. My very first time doing a full fragrance review on YouTube, and I thought it would be a great idea to kind of dive into this fragrance because this got a lot of hype. We're gonna dive into the specs of this fragrance. I did try it, I wore it, I've had it for some time now. Like I said, this launched in March, and that's exactly when I purchased it. So we're in April now, so I wore it a few times, tried it, paired it with other fragrances, tested the longevity, everything, and I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts. We can kind of discuss whether or not this is actually worth the hype. The bottle isn't any different from any of the other Kayali bottles. They're pretty much the same shape. The only difference with this bottle and the other ones is this one is more translucent or transparent, and the other ones are more of an opaque kind of thing. Example, Vanilla 28 is kind of like an opaque, but it's still it's kind of like a translucent bottle, but the actual like liquid is not. It's a dark liquid. So I kind of want to put this in the category as the very first one. All the other ones are not so much. Another thing that I love about Kayali bottles too is the design. So I do like the ectagon, kind of like an hexagon design. I'm not really good at math, you guys. Hexagon design with the nice crystal top, so it does look like it's very luxurious and it gives a nice elegant luxury feminine vibe to it. Like you can put this on your vanity and it will make a really pretty display on there. And I really like the iridescence to it, so how it goes from the pink to the purple is very pretty, and I love how the Kayali logo is shiny and gold. So I thought that was really nice. So the overall feeling that this fragrance gives you, and this is so important for me, whenever I buy a fragrance, I do want to feel what this fragrance is supposed to give. When I checked Kayali's website, Mona did do a little message about what she was trying to convey with this fragrance, and she said she wanted to give a feeling of unforgettableness, elegance, and confidence, and I did get that when spraying and wearing this fragrance. If you are anything like me and you want to feel womanly, confident, and kind of like you're making a statement when you enter a room or wherever it is that you're going, and you want kind of like your fragrance to be that specialness about you, then this is a great fragrance. And she did a great job in making sure that this really did give an elegant, sophisticated, womanly, royal, magical vibe. Okay, let's get into the most important parts of any fragrance, and that is the notes. I have my own notes over here, so if I keep looking to the side, I'm just reading it off. So she had this spread out into 3 categories. So she had top notes, middle notes, and the dry notes, which I guess are like the base notes. So for the top notes, it's mandarin orange, sweet peach, and juicy pear. So that's kind of how it starts off, which is really prevalent in this fragrance because I do feel the sweetness in the very beginning of spraying it, and it kind of lingers as well, which is really nice about it. And I'm going to tell you why once I talk about the dry notes. The middle notes is magnolia, white peony, rose centrifolia, and violet woods. But that's where you kind of smell more of the floralness to it. And sometimes some floral fragrances, they are mostly that, and then it doesn't really have much sweetness to it, so it kind of does tend to smell really dry. But she did a great job in pairing it with the sweet peach, juicy pear, and all that kind of stuff, and having the nice floral kind of fall into it instead of like being right at the beginning. I love that about it. Now, the dry notes are probably my favorite part, because with the dry notes, it kind of gives the nice sophistication and womanly and elegance to it. So she has vetiver, the Kayali Signature Accord, Amprox, Vanilla Praline, and Musk. And I'm not a huge dry fragrant person. She does have Vanilla Praline as one of the dry notes, and vanilla to me isn't really a dry note, but I guess by itself it would be. I love how the dry notes are kind of like the base notes, because it really gives that womanly grown woman fragrance to it. Because this by itself, like if you just had the sweetness so overpowering and so overbearing, I find that it would make it a little bit childish. But once she like having like the grown sophisticated notes in there, it really makes it feel so much special and so much different. And it does also help it to have a little bit more longevity. Longevity is where my concern lies, because although I love Kayali and I love Mona very, very much, I do find sometimes her fragrances don't tend to last as long as I would like for them to last. But I noticed that about a lot of sweet fragrances, they tend to not last that long. And that's probably why she had such strong dry notes in there, to kind of help it to linger a little bit. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's literally how it worked for me. But it's so important when it comes to fragrance that you are spraying it in the right places and you're spraying it properly as well. So when you are spraying your fragrances, making sure that you're spraying them on all your pulse points, so like behind your ear, here, at your wrist, and at your elbows, and not your elbows but your knees and your ankles, and like just spraying everywhere. I also like to spray my hair a little bit, just a little bit, because hair does tend to carry fragrance and it does tend to carry odors. So when you do spray your hair, it will kind of linger a little bit. So that's my little tip. Also, making sure that you're showered, using body oil. Another thing I like to do is spray my body after I've lotioned and stuff with the fragrance that I want to wear that day, and then go back in and spray myself again after I put my clothes on. I find that it helps to, it just helps it to last a little bit longer. Another thing is pairing. So I did pair this fragrance with some other fragrances that I have. First thing that I paired this fragrance with was the Vanilla Candy Hard Rock Sugar by Kayali. That was actually recommended to me by someone on TikTok. They said to pair it together and it would smell really nice. It does smell really good together. I find that because this one is so sweet, it did carry on the sweeter florally fragrances a lot more, and didn't really have this dry bases be so overbearing. So if you're not a dry fragrance lover, then pairing it with something super sweet like the Vanilla Rock Sugar, like this one, would actually be really good for you. The fragrance that I did pair this with is the Good Girl Blush by, I can never say her name properly, Carolina Herrera. So I paired it with this one, and I have a love-hate with this fragrance. Like, I like it, I think it smells good, but it's very powdery. But when I paired it together, it did smell really nice. I like how the sweetness helped with the powderiness of this. I don't know how to describe it, but this is like a very sweet, not a sweet, but a very floral, powdery fragrance. It's not very sweet, but when I paired it with this, it actually did smell really good together. I don't know what it is, but I really love these two together. And another fragrance that I did pair this with is a vanilla fragrance. So I paired it with the Sensual Vanilla by Zara. This is one of my favorite Zara fragrances, and you can tell because it is almost finished. Love how this kind of smoothed out this fragrance a little bit because it's so strong towards the base of this. Like, and when I say that, I mean when you spray it, it starts off really sweet and then it does kind of end off kind of strongish. This really helped to smoothen that out. So for occasion, like where I would see myself wearing this fragrance, probably during the day. So this I would wear more so for the daytime to work because it's not so overbearing, it's not so overpowering. It's a great work fragrance because it's just, there's not too much happening that it becomes distracting or overpowering. It takes away from the day. But I would also pair this at night. But if I was to wear this at night, I would pair this with like a vanilla fragrance, like Vanilla 28 or Floral's Vanilla Body Spray, just to kind of make it more smooth and sensual for nighttime, like a date night or something, because this is a beautiful fragrance. It is so girly, it's so womanly, so feminine, but spraying it with something really smooth and nice like a vanilla fragrance would really pair so well for like a nice date night. So my overall thoughts, like, is Kayali's Rose Royale Fleur Majesty I just butchered it. The Fleur Majesty Rose Royale, is this worth the hype? Is it worth the buy? And like I said, I paid good money for this, okay? I bought this full size with my own hard-earned money, and I normally do not buy full-size fragrances at all, especially if I'm just trying it out for the first time, which is what I love so much about Sephora, by the way, because you don't have to buy full sizes. And I love that about Kayali too. You can buy like the smaller sizes first to try it out if you're not really sure. Anyways, is it worth the hype? I will say it is definitely worth the buy. If you are someone who loves a floral fragrance, but also loves sophistication and elegance and something for the day that you can wear and have that sophistication and elegance and not feel like it only needs to be at night, this is a great fragrance for you. Now, a lot of people were saying they didn't like it, and I think it's because of how strong the base notes are, or the dry notes are. So if you do not like dry notes, you may actually not like this one, and I think that's probably why a lot of people don't like it, because they were probably expecting it to be sweet and very, you know, girly because of how it was described and how it was advertised. But it is really great, honestly. If you like a nice sophisticated grown, almost Donna Karan, almost a diamond Donna Karan, Elizabeth Taylor type, if you're into that, you may actually like this, because I find that this is more like a youthful version of that. But let me know what you guys think. Did you buy Kayali's Fleur Majesty? Did you try it out? Did you smell it? What are your thoughts on this fragrance? You know my thoughts. I love it. I think it's great. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Let's chat about it. And what other fragrances are you looking to buy this spring? I'll see you guys later. Bye.